Chen Han traveled to the world of comprehensive martial arts and became the border general of the Northern Mang Dynasty. For a full 20 years, he has been sitting at the border of Longyao Island, resisting the Northern Yang army, and can be said to be loyal. But after a defeat, she was convicted of treason by the Empress, and her whole family was implicated in 9 tribes. When Chen Han received the news, the eunuch who conveyed the Imperial Edict was already at the door. Ding! Bind the Chaoyun system, transform Qi into Python, and obtain the Emperor Immortal technique. Ding! Congratulations on winning your first battle, with a Qi value of 1225 points and obtaining the Divine Demon Melting Furnace Forging Weapon Secret Technique. Ding! Congratulations on occupying a city. Your Qi value is 3,555 points, and you have obtained the famous generals Guan Yu and Lv Bu. Ding! Congratulations on completely annihilating the 400,000 army of Beiliang, with luck value. And obtaining the divine power of sowing beans to become a soldier. Chen Han. Rebellion. Good, good, good. As you wish, I will not destroy Beiliang in this life and swear not to be a human. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Guarding Beiliang for 20 years, unexpectedly being Empress. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Defending Beiliang for 20 years, unexpectedly being executed by the Empress. Beginner seeking flowers, Beiliang. Longyao Prefecture border, Garrison territory. At night, most of the soldiers were already asleep. But as the border guard general, Chen Han sat upright in the camp with a complex expression. It's just a few extra passes, since we've crossed over. And he also traveled to the world of comprehensive martial arts, becoming the border general of the Northern Mang Dynasty. This is actually quite good. As soon as I crossed over, I held a high position and gained both power and influence. After fusing the memories, Chen Han was dumbfounded. He was indeed a general or a 4th-rank general. But that was yesterday. Just now, half an hour ago, the original body received an urgent confidential report. Due to the failure to resist the Northern Yang army last time, the Empress became furious and declared herself a traitor, implicated 9 ethnic groups. Although there are few words, the matter is significant. When he received the news, he didn't believe it at all. He joined the army at the age of 10, fought on the battlefield, gradually became a general, and later served as a border guard, blocking the repeated invasions of Beiliang, which can be said to be loyal. Whether it's for the court or the Empress. The original body has no ulterior motives. However, ironically, just one defeat would directly accuse him of treason and implicate the 9 tribes. So in a fit of anger, coupled with internal injuries, he died on the spot. This is also the reason why Chen Han's expression was unnatural after crossing over and learning about the situation. It's really ridiculous. Loyal and devoted to serving as a dog for the court, what benefits have you not gained, but have you been implicated in the 9 clans? Chen Han smiled and said. However, in his heart, he is still very nervous, even urgent. The original body may die. But identity and causality have not disappeared. According to the confidential report, all of Chen Han's people in the court have been arrested and imprisoned. And there were eunuchs in the palace, carrying several experts, who rushed overnight, if nothing unexpected happens. You can arrive at dawn at the latest. No way. We must find a way to survive before the decree arrives. Chen Han frowned tightly, both surprised and anxious. In a moment. Chen Han tried various methods, but did not see any way out. World of comprehensive martial arts. Military leaders all have strength, and the lowest level is innate. As a garrison general, he had innate and perfect strength. But once the imperial decree is issued and it is confirmed that I have betrayed the country, what choices will those generals make? There's no need to think about it at all. He must have cooperated with the court to take down this traitor himself. What should I do? What should I do? How about running while it's dark? Chen Han said urgently. At this moment, a voice rang out in Chen Han's mind. Qi transforms into a dragon, moving towards the world. Ding! Congratulations on your Qi gathering, transforming into a snake shape, and obtaining the Emperor Immortal technique. Ding! Congratulations on commanding your army and obtaining the Shura 3 blades, not yet beginner level, the Slaughter Art Realm, not yet beginner level, and the Blade Art Realm, not yet beginner level. Ding! Congratulations on commanding your army and gaining plus 1,000,000 Qi points. Qi Yun value. The origin of all heavens, which can enhance martial arts, deduce martial arts, and integrate martial arts. Obtaining methods. Killing enemies, gathering forces, occupying territory, establishing a country and establishing a dynasty, etc., all of which can obtain Qi luck points. The words have just finished. A pale blue aura surged from all directions. Like clouds and mist, hovering above Chen Han's head. Then it slowly condensed and transformed into a half-meter long green snake. At the same time, a light curtain also lit up before my eyes. Name. Chen Han, age. 48 out of 65, realm. Innate, perfection, Qi Yun. 100,000 points, snake-shaped, artistic conception. Slaughter imagery, not yet beginner level, blade imagery, not yet beginner level, practice. Chen family mind technique, Desheng, Emperor Immortal technique, beginner level, martial arts. Military saber technique, Desheng, ordinary bow and arrow technique, Desheng, iron cavalry spear technique, beginner, rampage palm technique, beginner, Shura 3 blades, beginner, looking at the light curtain in front of me. Chen Han's pupils tightened, both surprised and delighted. Hahaha. System. Well done. Now is the time for Chen Han to face difficulties. If there were no system, he really didn't know what to do. Can Qi Yun increase cultivation skills? After calming down, Chen Han couldn't wait to start researching. After all, the Imperial decree will arrive soon. He must improve his strength as soon as possible to cope with the upcoming crisis. The main practice of the original body is the Chen family's mental state. This is his family's inheritance, but the highest can only break through to innate. To become a master, one must cultivate higher level techniques. The martial arts realm has 9 levels. They are third-rate experts, second-rate experts, first-class experts, acquired, innate, master, great master, heavenly and human, and land immortals. The original body is innate perfection, but without subsequent techniques, it is impossible to break through. It's not just about martial arts. Breaking through the master requires understanding the artistic conception. Without artistic conception, without a master. This is iron law. It's okay. I have the artistic conception, just gain the killing and sword imagery. What is missing now is the cultivation method. Think of it here. Chen Hanwang made a divine decision to the emperor. As expected. After learning about this technique, Chen Han was extremely excited. Emperor Immortal Decision. There are 18 layers, which are the core martial arts of Chaoyun. The main focus is on Qi, and it cultivates the Supreme Immortal Path. This is a cultivation technique that utilizes Qi to cultivate. The more Qi you have, the faster your cultivation speed will be. And layer by layer, one realm. One layer at a time, one realm. 18 floors in total. Chen Han was shocked. This completely exceeds the upper limit of this world's realm. Not to mention the 18 levels, even if one cultivates to the 10th level, they will surpass the land gods and become invincible in the world. Do as you say. Chen Han didn't hesitate and started practicing directly. Hoo. The green snake of Qi fortune emerges. Hovering above Chen Han's head, invisibly enhancing his cultivation speed. And as the true Qi flows through the meridians, it rapidly increases in total volume in circles. Bang! Suddenly, a silent roar sounded. The true Qi in Chen Han's dantian increased by 10% directly. And the Emperor's immortal decision never entered the level and became the first level. 10 seconds. In just 10 seconds, I reached a level of cultivation. Is the 10th floor still far away? Chen Han's eyes flickered and he murmured. Next, continue practicing. Strive to elevate your strength to invincibility before the arrival of the decree. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 2. The Rise of Strength and the Arrival of the Imperial Edict, Beginner Seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Strength soars up and the Imperial Edict arrives, beginners seeking flowers, time passes by. Chen Han raced against the clock and was not idle for a moment. At the same time, within the military camp, one of the 5 generals, Hong Tianlei, was awakened by his confidants. What's going on? It's late at night, I'm not sleeping, right? Hong Tianlei is 6 feet tall, exceptionally burly, with a beard and fierce eyes. Wearing a nightgown at this moment, he roared angrily. Commander! It's a family urgent letter. The confidant quickly said. Oh. Family urgent letter. Did something big happen? Hong Tianlei is different from his original form, not without foundation. But with a deep background. He is a descendant of the Northern Mang family and the Hong family. Both the court and the military have connections. Even his elder brother, Hong Jingyan, is the top performer in the Beiliang martial arts ranking and the great master. So when he heard the urgent letter from his family, he was also slightly shocked. What exactly happened and he needed to be urgently notified. Thinking so, Hong Tianlei took the letter and quickly opened it to check. But after watching it for a moment, he changed his expression greatly and his face was full of surprise. Treason. How could Chen Han betray his country? Does he have the courage? The content of the urgent letter is the news of Chen Han's treason and his execution of the 9 tribes. There was someone in the Hong family palace, and as soon as the Empress issued an order, the news spread to him. But the most crucial aspect is, after executing Chen Han, he was asked to assist the new general in continuing to guard the border. Tuoba Spring Falcon. The new general is Grandmaster Tuoba Chun Falcon. I thought Hong Tianlei would take over the position after Chen Han's death. But to my surprise, it was the youngest son of the military god Tuoba Bodhisattva who parachuted in. If that's the case, it's reasonable for the family to ask him to assist the other party. Think of it here. Hong Tianlei's eyes flickered, then he put on his armor and hurriedly left. General's camp. Chen Han still knows nothing about Hong Tianlei's situation. Even if I know, I won't bother. Because his most important task now is to cultivate and become stronger. Only by becoming stronger can we survive. Who? It's the 5th floor. Aligning with the original realm. And the total amount of true Qi has also increased by 50%. Spit out a mouthful of turbid air. Chen Hanxin said happily. After half an hour of cultivation, Chen Han finally reached the 5th level of Emperor Immortal Technique, which is the innate realm. Such a fast speed is not only due to the increase in Qi luck, but also because the original body is inherently perfect. So Chen Han went so smoothly. But next, it's not about being able to reach the master in minutes. Innate perfection. It's also equivalent to standing still. I just changed my techniques and strengthened my foundation. Chen Han frowned slightly and murmured. Immediately, he opened the panel and looked at 100,000 points of Qi luck, silently reciting, enhance the Emperor's immortal decision. Ding. Does it consume 500 points of Qi and elevate the Emperor Immortal technique to the 6th level? Upgrade. Seeing the prompt in front of him, Chen Han did not hesitate and directly raised himself. Ding. Successfully improved. Boom. Dantian vibration. True Qi is like boiling water, boiling wildly. Finally, it forms a vortex and slowly rotates. Drip. Suddenly, a small drop of water appeared in the vortex and fell into the bottom of the Dantian. And the water droplets increase until all the true Qi is converted. So far, Chen Han broke through the realm of a great master. True gas condensate. When 30 drops reach 100 drops, they converge into a stream, which is the middle stage of the master's journey. The key to breaking through the master is to condense innate true Qi into liquid. Let the power and capacity skyrocket again. And generally speaking, people who have just broken through the Grand Master are usually only 1 drop of true liquid, while genius figures only have 10 drops. But Chen Han has a whopping 30 drops. It is obvious that it is the foundation added by the cultivation of Emperor Immortal Decision. Grandmaster's early days. Not enough. Further improvement. Ding. Does it consume 600 points of Qi and elevate the Emperor Immortal technique to the 6th level, mid-level of the Grandmaster? Yes. Ding. Successfully improved. The number of layers remains unchanged. But the realm has been enhanced. Chen Han Dantian's true liquid directly reached 100 points, breaking through the middle stage of the master. And this just the beginning. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1000 points of Qi and elevating the Emperor Immortal technique to the 6th level. Master's later stage, ding. Congratulations on consuming 1500 points of Qi and elevating the Emperor Immortal technique to the 6th level. Grandmaster's perfection, ding. Congratulations on consuming 3000 points of Qi and elevating the Emperor Immortal technique to the 7th level. In the early stage of the Grand Master, yes. Ding. Upgrade failed, the artistic conception has not yet entered the beginner's level. Please comprehend the artistic conception to the beginner's level. In just a moment, Chen Han elevated his strength to the level of Grandmaster perfection. The distance from the Great Master is only 1 step away. Such a speed is simply unimaginable. If it spreads, it will surely shake the 9 provinces. Even those so-called land immortals will be stunned and speechless. But this is just a realm, lacking attack methods is not enough. So next, it's time to improve your swordsmanship and artistic conception. Upgrade Shura's 3 swords. Ding. Does it consume 1 point of Qi to increase Shura's 3 blades to the beginner level? Yes. Ding. Successfully improved. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 50 points of Qi and increasing Shura's 3 blades to a small percentage. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 200 points of Qi and increasing Shura's 3 blades to a maximum. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1000 points of Qi and improving Shura's 3 blades to perfection. Ding. The detection of military swordsmanship is similar to Shura's 3 swords and has now been integrated. Just a moment. Chen Han directly elevated his swordsmanship to a perfect level. At the same time, it also consumed 1250 points of gas transportation value. Continue. This time, I will enhance my sword spirit. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1000 points of Qi and increasing your sword intent to the beginner level. This artistic conception is indeed different. Just for beginners, it requires 1000 points of Qi luck. But it's already this time. Chen Han also dared not part ways. Immediately improve again. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 3000 points of Qi and increasing your sword intent to a small percentage. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 10,000 points of qi and increasing your sword intent to a maximum. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 30,000 points of qi and increasing your sword intent to perfection. Finally completed. A total of 44,000 points of gas transportation value were consumed. Hey. It's really useless. Before it didn't work, Chen Han thought that 100000 was quite a lot of luck value. But after using it, there were too few direct calls. However, the feeling of driving and hanging is really amazing. Chen Han suddenly smiled and said. See how much luck there is left. Qi Yun. 49,999 points, snake-shaped, 49,000, quite a lot. Do you want to raise it again? After all, used resources are good resources. Just do what you think. Chen Han sees the realm accurately and directly points to improve. And the Great Master, who was unable to break through before due to his lack of artistic conception, also broke through instantly. Ding! Congratulations on consuming 5,000 points of qi and elevating the Emperor Immortal technique to the 7th level. In the early stage of the Grand Master. Ding! Congratulations on consuming 20,000 points of qi and elevating the Emperor Immortal technique to the 7th level. Great Master's perfection, another 40,000 qi points were smashed in, and Chen Han's strength reached the level of a Great Master. Time flies. His breath was bursting with fear. Is this the Great Master's perfection? True qi forms a C and connects the entire body's meridians, automatically forming vigorous qi on the surface of the body to resist all attacks. This kind of combat power is dozens of times stronger than the Grand Master. Chen Han was shocked and said. After half a sound. After adapting to the realm, Chen Han sensed the intention of the sword again. Finally, open the panel to view the current information. Name. Chen Han, age. 48 out of 105, realm. Grand Master, perfection, Qi Yun. 8,749 points, snake-shaped, artistic conception. Slaughter artistic conception, beginner, blade artistic conception, perfect, practice. Emperor Immortal technique, 7th level, martial arts. Shura 3 blades, perfect, ordinary bow and arrow technique, great achievement, iron cavalry spear technique, beginner level, rampage palm technique, beginner level. After looking at his current strength, Chen Han's inner tension finally subsided. Even for the upcoming edict, there are some small expectations. He would rather take a look. When everyone thought he was doomed and certain to die, he unleashed terrifying power and suppressed the entire scene. At that time, will they be dumbfounded? Do you doubt life? Hahaha. Just thinking about it makes me a little excited. At this point, footsteps echoed outside the camp. A sharp and piercing sound came. The decree is here. Border Guard General, Chen Han takes orders. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 3. Foolish Loyalty. Self-seeking death. Beginner seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. Foolish Loyalty. Self-seeking death. Beginner seeking flowers, Garrison territory. Hongshanlai camp. He went back and forth, bringing 4 people. Hong Tongling, are you really saying this? General Chen betrayed the country and was implicated by the emperor into 9 families. Yeah, this joke can't be played recklessly. If General Chen finds out, he will be punished. The Edict of Treason, implicate 9 tribes, and beheading, is coming soon. How do I feel like I'm dreaming? It's not anyone else who is talking in shock. It is the other commanders in the army. They looked shocked, with a look of disbelief. But when I think of Hong Tianlei's identity, I feel that the credibility is extremely high. Otherwise, calling them out from their sleep in the middle of the night is just a joke. Obviously unlikely. So although a few people may appear skeptical on the surface, they believe most of it in their hearts. And with Hong Tianlei's next words, they all believed it directly. Absolutely true, without any falsehood. Speaking, Hong Tianlei glanced at everyone. Then he asked in a low voice, I have been a lieutenant general in the army for nearly 3 years. How do you get along with everyone? Like brothers. A life and death friendship. Everyone quickly said. Do you know my identity? Upon hearing these words, everyone looked at me and I looked at you. Although they knew it well, it was difficult for them to say it without Hong Tianlei admitting it personally. See this situation. Hong Tianlei spoke up and said, that's right. As you guessed, I am the Hong family. Father Hong Xuechang was a first-class minister in the court. Uncle Hong Zhantian, deputy general of Iron Cavalry. Big brother Hong Jingyan, a top scorer in the martial arts rankings, and a genius in the chess, sword, and music fields. So whether in the military or in the court, there is a place for our Hong family. The news of Chen Han's treason was transmitted to me overnight by our Hong family. You say. Is this true? Is it fake? This sentence comes out. Everyone was surprised, their faces changed and they were inexplicably brilliant. In a moment. The news from the Hong family must be true, said one person with a solemn expression. Yeah, we're just lagging behind in the news and not aware of it at the moment. Unexpectedly, General Chen. No, that Chen Han dares to betray his country, he really deserves to die. Humph, pretending to be loyal in daily life, but secretly betraying the country for glory, such a villain deserves to implicate the 9 tribes. Hong Tongling, when you call us here, it's definitely not just about telling us the news, is it? If there's anything useful for me, just let me know. I won't hesitate to tell you. I am no exception, it is my duty. The transformation of everyone can be described as unpleasant. After confirming that Chen Han had betrayed the country and there was no possibility of turning over, they directly called out Chen Han as a traitor. And there was also an expression on his face that was quick to kill. Only a young man in the corner. He is Du Ming, one of the 5 commanders. He was also the first to follow Chen Han and only loyal to him. He has been silent since he entered the camp. Although the expression on his face kept changing, he remained silent. Until Hong Tianlei asked calmly, Du Ming. What do you think? The other 3 also looked at him with indifferent expressions. The general cannot betray the country. Du Ming said decisively. Humph. It's impossible to betray our country. Is there still false news about our Hong family? I'll tell you. At the latest, the decree will arrive at dawn. At that time, there was no doubt that Chen Han would die. Hong Tianlei snorted coldly. Later, when Du Ming fell silent again, he continued, Du Ming. I know Chen Han once saved you and was kind to you. But now he has betrayed his country. He is a criminal of the court. If you are stubborn and still follow his words, then. Du Ming is a born strong person. The strength is decent. Hong Tianlei wants to continue to dominate the border, so he doesn't want to watch Du Ming die in vain and wants to win him over as his confidant. But Du Ming said coldly, I don't care. I only know that my life was given by the general. Without a general, there would be no me, Du Ming. Pop. Upon hearing Du Ming's words, Hong Tianlei angrily slapped the armchair and exclaimed in shock, stupid. Foolish loyalty. Something that knows nothing about life and death. See this scene. The other 3 also advised one after another. Du Ming, life belongs to oneself, not to others, understand? That's right, what if I once saved you? I've been with him for so long, and I've already paid it off. Du Ming, you are still young, talented, and have a promising future. Why cut off your own path? Yeah. Faced with persuasion from several people, Ming remained silent. He had a firm expression, his eyes fixed, like a stubborn donkey, determined by the situation but unwilling to change. It's better to say he's foolish and loyal, or to say he's seeking his own death. He doesn't even care. He only knows. When he was about to starve to death, General Chen Han gave him food to eat. And bring him to the army, teach him martial arts, and teach him etiquette. Even gradually promoted to the position of commander. So Ming always believed that his life belonged to Chen Han, and even if asked to die, he did not hesitate. However, such loyalty. For Hong Tianlai at this moment, it is not a good thing. His eyes narrowed slightly, and his expression was cold. The next moment. He said coldly, since that's the case. No wonder Hong. To prevent you from getting in the way, I'll take you down first. Everyone, let's take action. Yes, Hong Tongling. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 4 Rebellion. Hahaha, my rebellion is like. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 Rebellion. Hahaha, what if I rebel? Beginner seeking flowers, both are innate states. Even two people are still in the late congenital stage. Ming is not their opponent. In just an instant, he was severely injured and lay unconscious on the ground. Pooh. I don't know for sure. Looking at Ming spitting blood from his mouth, Hong Tianlai disdainfully said. Hong Tongling, what should we do next? Should we directly take down Chen Han or wait for the Imperial decree to arrive? After Chen Han's death, perhaps only Hong Tongling is qualified to assume the position of general. Yeah. The three of them are exploring the truth behind Hong Tianlai's words. See this. Hong Tianlai didn't pay much attention, just said lightly, as a general, there is someone else. When he arrives, we can assist in capturing Chen Han. Okay, everything is arranged by Commander Hong. Well, wait here for now. The decree will arrive soon. Yes. As expected. About 3/4 of an hour later, a confidant reported that the eunuch who conveyed the Imperial Edict in the palace had arrived. Hurry up, let's go and welcome you. Suddenly, the four of them quickly walked out of the camp. Not far ahead, I saw several people. At the front was a man wearing a red robe, with a soft face and slender eyes. He walked briskly with golden scrolls in his hands. Following behind are 4 guards, all wearing armor and knives, with a strong aura. It's Feng Yu, Feng Gonggang. Hong Tianlai knows Feng Yu. And it is also known that this eunuch, who always seeks revenge, has a significant conflict with Chen Han. Unexpectedly, the task of reciting the edict was taken over by the other party. No need to think, it was also intentional. There will be a good show to watch later. Hong Tianlai chuckled to himself. Hong Tongling, long time no see. On the other side, Feng Yu politely shouted. Yeah, long time no see. The last time I met my father-in-law was 3 years ago when I was facing the emperor in the Imperial Palace. Hong Tianlai also laughed along. Then, with a change of voice, he pretended to be curious and asked, I don't know why my father-in-law came to the border in the middle of the night. Feng Yu smiled but remained silent. Just glanced at Hong Tianlai and the 3 commanders on him. He raised the scroll in his hand again and asked in reverse, what do you think? Hong Tianlai understands instantly. Immediately, he stopped pretending to be confused and asked directly, where is General Tuoba? General Tuoba has other matters to attend to and will not arrive until noon. But he has one sentence, let me relay it to you. In one sentence. Grandpa, please speak up. General Tuoba said that Chen Han's treason should be punished, and all those who were close to him were accomplices, all of whom were beheaded. The order was already issued before the person arrived. This kind of thing is unprecedented. But Hong Tianlei and others dare not ignore it. Even speculating that this may be a test for them by Tuoba Chunfalcon. Think of this. Hong Tianlei solemnly said, I obey your orders. I'll obey you, my subordinate. The other three also seemed to associate and quickly agreed. You have seen it. Feng Yu smiled lightly and said. The next second, he suddenly asked, I remember, there should be 5 commanders in this army. How come it's just you guys? Where else is there? Hui Gonggong, there is also someone named Du Minghu. He is Chen Han's staunch loyalty. In one sentence, Feng Yu understood. He, what kind of loyalty? It's just an accomplice, did you take it early? Feng Yu said in a sharp voice. I have taken it. Well, that's enough. Let's go, take the miscellaneous family to meet Chen Han. The decree is here. Border Guard General Chen Han receives the order. General's camp. As soon as Chen Han finished improving his strength, there was a sharp sound of eunuchs outside. He narrowed his eyes without any fear and whispered, You've come quite quickly. Very good. Let me see, what can you do to me? After speaking, he stood up directly, grabbed his sword, and walked out. Go outside the camp tent. Chen Han instantly saw Feng Yu, Hong Tianlei, and others. They either sneered, looked down upon, were proud, or were fortunate, but all looked at Chen Han with lifeless eyes. And spread out slightly, surrounding him with a posture of catching turtles in a jar. Chen Han, take the order. Feng Yu certainly knows Chen Han and has known him for many years. But their relationship is not a friend, but an enemy. The reason is that more than 10 years ago, when his original body was just appointed as a general, Feng Yu represented the forces behind him and came to win him over. But the result was that he was mercilessly rejected by his original body. From then on, Feng Yu harbored resentment, and once he found an opportunity, he would retaliate in various ways. If anyone in Beiliang is the happiest after being convicted of treason, it must be Feng Yu. I even woke up with a smile when I slept that night. So see Chen Han again. Still about to be beheaded under his own witness, he was both excited and looking forward to it. Think of this. He couldn't help but look up slightly, looking down at Chen Han with his toes high and imposing. Waiting for the other party to reveal their ugliness. But unexpectedly. He shouted for a while, but Chen Han didn't kneel down to take the order, instead he stood still in place. Chen Han. The Imperial Edict is presented in person, as if meeting your majesty. Why don't you kneel down quickly? Feng Yu raised his tone a bit and shouted impatiently. And it was immediately decided that after reading the decree and beheading the other person, they would take it and feed it to the dog, making him feel uneasy even if he died. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 5. Kill, cut Chen Han with thousands of knives and pieces of his body. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Kill, cut Chen Han with thousands of knives and fragments of corpse. New book seeks flowers. Feng Yu, 5 people, and Hong Tianlei, 4 people. 9 people surrounded Chen Han in groups. Each breath emanated, with an air of ready action, fearing that Chen Han might escape. And at the front, holding the Imperial Edict in hand, it clearly targets Chen Han's dead eunuch. Chen Han also remembered this person's identity and the grudges between the two from his original memory. Do you think I will definitely die? Do you want to humiliate me once again before I die? Chen Han sneered in his heart. Then he looked at the 4 of Hong Tianlei with indifferent eyes. Received the news in advance. Unite and assist the eunuch in taking me down to prove their attitude. Draw a clear line with me. Okay, okay. When the tree falls, monkeys and grandchildren scatter. We lived and died together for more than 10 years, knowing. Do you know your true identity won't betray your country? Chen Han thought about it and suddenly felt dull and meaningless. Because at this moment, he is not the real General Chen Han, but the Blue Star Trekker. So for Chen Han, his previous experience was just a memory of information. It has a slight impact, but not much. Secondly, when the other party appeared here, they had already made a choice. No matter how hard Chen Han tried to force Lai Lai, it was in vain and instead made the other party laugh. Why not? It's better to solve it earlier, then expand the army, obtain chi luck points, and enhance realm strength. Then they destroyed Beiliang, occupied Liang, unified Zhou, and became invincible in the world. At a moment of thought, Chen Han's mind instantly opened up, giving him a refreshing feeling of his soul leaving his body and sublimating in place. Unconsciously, a smile appeared at the corner of the mouth. On the other side, seeing Chen Han not kneeling or speaking for a long time, he inexplicably laughed. Time flies. Feng Yu's face became even colder. Believing that Chen Han was deliberately opposing him and making him embarrassed in public. He. Dog thing. Are you still pretending to be from other families when you're on the brink of death? I would like to see if you can still laugh when you hear your Majesty's decree. With such thoughts in mind, Feng Yu prepared to immediately recite the Imperial Edict. But at this point, Wang Su, who had been following him closely, suddenly spoke up. Wang Su is also one of the military commanders. But compared to Hong Tianlei, he has neither talent nor background. The only outstanding thing is one's vision. Practice makes perfect flattery skills. This is also the reason why he was able to serve as a commander solely based on his innate early stage. And now, seeing Chen Han's situation disappear, there is no possibility of a comeback. He immediately decided to abandon the dark and turn to the light and take the lead to express his attitude. I hope to receive a positive review in front of Feng Yu and Hong Tianlei. At that time, maybe you're doing better than you are now. With expectations and excitement, Wang Su took half a step forward and drank coldly. Chen Han, your father-in-law asked you to kneel down and take the order. Are you deaf? This sentence comes out. The whole audience's gaze instantly focused on him. Those guards have expressionless faces. Hong Tianlei and the others looked surprised. Feng Yuza was slightly taken aback, but immediately smiled and nodded in appreciation at him. Seeing everyone's reaction, Wang Su was overjoyed and exclaimed that it had to be himself. In terms of interpersonal skills, he was truly exceptional and effortless. For a while, he has a faint sense of pride. Idiot. Miso. Suddenly, Chen Han's voice sounded disdainful. Following closely behind was a sound of weapons, like a sword unsheathed. Wang Su had some doubts. Can Chen Han still dare to resist at this time? He wants to take a look. Just as he made some movements, his gaze spun around and the sun and moon turned upside down. When the reaction came, only the familiar body was visible, and the head had already disappeared. Was I killed? Wang Su's head widened its eyes, filled with confusion and fear, and his mouth slightly opened, as if saying something. This scene. It happened in an instant. Hong Tianlei and others have not had a chance to react yet. When he regained his senses, Wang Su had already died. Bold. Feng Yu spoke out first. The voice is sharp and extremely piercing. His face turned red with a mix of shock and anger. He looked at Chen Han holding a sword, his hands trembling and his heart stirring, with an incredulous expression. Chen Han. How dare you? How did you kill in front of the others? You're really so brave. I haven't finished speaking yet. Chen Han said calmly, shut up. A dead eunuch without eggs. You scold me. Everyone knows that Feng Yu cares most about his identity. Not to mention a dead eunuch, even if someone calls him a eunuch, he will hold a lifelong grudge. But now, Chen Han called him a dead eunuch without eggs. This is a great shame. Anger is unforgivable. Even though Chen Han was a bit shocked just now, how could he instantly kill Wang Su, this innate powerhouse? At this moment, he also ignored it and shouted in shock, "Kill him! Kill him for the miscellaneous family! Thousands of cuts and thousands of fragments! Kill!" Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 6. Exposure of Strength, Shocking the Entire Audience, New Book. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Exposure of Strength, Shocking the Entire Audience, New Book Seeks Flowers. Feng Yu's roar rang in his ears, as if it were a terrifying and eerie roar, with a grim expression on his face. And then they took action. It's a guard. It was the innate guard he brought from the court. Each of them has undergone professional training, reached the late innate stage, and is extremely skilled in combat. It is also a guarantee sent by the court to assist him in executing Chen Han. So Feng Yui spoke up and the four of them immediately took action. Scratch. The curved sword at the waist is unsheathed, unleashing innate true energy and a sharp killing intent. Like a wild wolf rushing towards Chen Han. Next to it, the reaction of Hong Tianlei and the others is slightly chronic. Mainly the death of Wang Su brought them the ultimate shock. One shot. One shot in seconds. I didn't even see how he made the knife. Hong Tianlei was shocked in his heart and his face was solemn. He stared fixedly at Chen Han, both shocked and angry. Or is it some kind of secret trick? Otherwise, how could innate perfection be so powerful? Hong Tianlei whispered. It's also possible that Wang Su was careless. That's right, and Wang Su is still in his early days. The other two agreed. Regarding this, Hong Tianlei also nodded slightly and believed for a while. At this moment, Feng Yu roared angrily and the four guards took action. He couldn't help but say, "Forget it, why do you think so much? No matter how strong Chen Han is, he is only naturally perfect. With so many of us, can't we still fight?" Hahaha, Commander Hong is joking. Chen Han is sure to die. That's right, I saw him yesterday and his strength hasn't changed much. I don't believe he broke through the master all night. Can't he kill? For a while. 9 people were present, except for Feng Yu, all 8 others took action. Everyone has a murderous intent, their true energy boils, and when they make a move, they give it their all. However, faced with this scene, Chen Han remained unafraid. Hahaha. Well done. Chen Han laughed loudly. Subsequently, amidst the confusion and foolishness of the crowd, their strength suddenly erupted. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. The majestic true chi rises like rolling wolf smoke into the sky. Endless pressure, like huge waves, enveloped the entire scene in an instant. The already transformed true chi danced outside through Chen Han's body. And formed the unique vigorous chi of the great master, protecting the whole body. After everything calms down, Hong Tianlei and others stood still, even maintaining their attacking movements, like statues. And on the face, no sneer, no indifference, no disdain. Only the fear and disbelief that covered the entire face. How could it be? How could this be? Chen Han is actually a great master. Looking at Chen Han, who was as powerful as a divine being and protected by his vigorous energy, Hong Tianlei's eyes widened and he roared in shock. At this moment, he felt as if he was dreaming. What we see and hear in front of us are all fake, they are all dreams. But unfortunately, the aura of that great master made him breathe hard, unable to move, and almost desperate. Chen Han, you're hiding so deep. Hong Tianlei smiled bitterly and murmured to himself. If he had previously sneered at the news of Chen Han's treason and didn't believe it at all. So now he wavered. Say. Maybe. Did Chen Han really betray his country? There is a great gap between the great master and the innate. That is an insurmountable gap. It's not an exaggeration to say it's a fairy or an ant. So after Chen Han unleashed his strength, the whole room was quiet with needles falling, and even the most angry and loudest Feng Yu stood still in shock. As for those guards, previously, it seemed expressionless and aloof, and even a major event could not arouse their emotions. But now, it's no different from the former, both are extremely frightened. Hee. Kill me. Are you going to shatter my body into countless pieces? What a fierce and vicious appearance did I think. Is that the result? Just a burst of true qi left the suppressed crowd unable to move. Chen Han couldn't help but laugh when he saw this. Then he was too lazy to talk nonsense. With a wave of his right hand, a sharp sword flashed past, and the light of the sword suddenly appeared. Rushing towards the 4 fastest guards and 2 commanders, they cut off on the spot and died directly. At the same time, the sound of the system rang out again. Ding! Kill 5 people in the later stage of the innate movement, gain 3,500 points of Qi luck, and obtain the fast wind body method. Ding! Kill 1 person in the mid stage of the innate cycle and gain 467 points of Qi. Not bad. Adding Wang Su's, this wave has gained over 4,000 Qi points, as well as an additional skill. Chen Han nodded secretly, very satisfied. General Chen. Mistake. Misunderstanding, this is a misunderstanding. Kill 6 innate players in one fell swoop. Destroying the withered and decadent, effortless to the extreme. Even blood splattered onto his face, causing Hong Tianlei to tremble and be extremely afraid. He mustered up his true qi and frantically practiced his martial arts, barely breaking through the point of suppression, and quickly begged for mercy. This is vastly different from his proud expression half a minute ago. Misunderstanding. You killed me with a knife, what other misunderstandings do you have? Chen Han said calmly. No. I am from the Hong family, and my brother is. Whoosh. Your brother is the heavenly king Laozi, and it doesn't prevent me from beheading you. Start with your hand and strike with a knife, and directly slay. Whoever he is, as long as he is an enemy, he will die. This is Chen Han's principle. Otherwise, let the tiger go back to the mountain and wait for him to bring people to seek revenge. If that's the case, Chen Han is simply mentally disabled. Ding. Slay 1 person in the later stage of the innate movement and gain 728 points of qi. The system sound sounded, and Chen Han chose to ignore it. But instead, he looked towards the only person present who was still alive. Red-clothed eunuch, Feng Yu. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 7. Regret. What's the use of regret? New. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7 Regret. What's the use of regret? New book Seeking Flowers, Feng Yu. Red-clothed eunuchs in the palace. Has innate early strength and is also related to the general manager. Even though his vengeful personality has offended many people, he still manages to do well. And the person who came to Longyao Prefecture to convey the Imperial Edict this time is actually not him, but a blue-clothed eunuch. However, it is known that Chen Han betrayed the country and will be implicated in the 9 clans. Feng Yu took the initiative to take over the task and rushed to the border overnight. To seek revenge before Chen Han's death. I thought. This is a small matter that can be easily handled. However, at this moment, his eyes were wide open, his mouth slightly open, and his face was filled with fear and regret. You. Chen Han, what are you doing? Do you want to rebel or not? Seeing Chen Han's great master's strength, he quickly killed 8 people, Hong Tianlei. Then he turned his gaze to him, and Feng Yu finally became afraid. Trembling with fear, he hesitated for a while before shouting loudly and inwardly. Rebellion. Hahaha, what if I rebel? Besides, the Empress is going to execute my 9 tribes. Am I still afraid to rebel? Upon hearing Feng Yu's words, Chen Han sneered with disdain. Then he raised his sword and prepared to execute directly. This scene. Feng Yu's face turned pale in fear and he quickly shouted, Chen Han. I was wrong. It's my fault, I dare not have grudges against you. I don't want to die. Feng Yu was completely scared and no longer had the previous arrogance. Even bowing down and apologizing to Chen Han. But Chen Han ignored him, his sword's true energy swirled around and he directly killed him. Chen Han, you must die so hard. If you kill the miscellaneous family, you won't live long either. My godfather will help me seek revenge. Miscellaneous families are waiting in hell. Watching Chen Han insist on killing himself, I also know that he will definitely die today. Feng Yu was both shocked and angry, hysterical and shouting wildly. And in my heart, I regret not being there. Daringly cursing oneself as a fool, why bother to bring trouble and come to the border to convey the decree? If we could start over again, puff. Starting over. Hee, how could it be? Looking at the headless corpse in front of him, Chen Han's expression was indifferent and he didn't care. Ding. Slay the first player in the early stage of the innate movement and gain 385 points of chi. So killing an innate warrior with a chi value before 100.999. This is not worth much, is it? Chen Han said in silence. But on second thought, if one is too few, then it's okay to kill 10 or 100, accumulating a little makes a lot. Anyway, now that we are facing the court, there will definitely be many people coming in the future. It is estimated that great masters, even celestial and human powerhouses, and land immortals will appear. Think of this. Chen Han's face was solemn and he suddenly became nervous. The sense of crisis that had just crossed over surrounded him once again. No way. I need to collect my energy as soon as possible to enhance my strength to invincibility. It seems that in addition to killing enemies, expanding power, and occupying territory, one can also obtain chi points. Chen Han was lost in thought, considering the next plan. But at this point, suddenly, there was movement coming from within the camp ahead. Bang! General, run quickly, Hong Tianlei and the others. Chen Han thought he was from the court again. At first glance, it turned out to be Du Ming, who was seriously injured all over. He was disheveled, with a pale face and bloodstains all over his body. But he ignored it and rushed towards this side desperately, shouting and urging Chen Han to run quickly. Just halfway through, I saw Chen Han standing in the center of the body with a knife in his hand. Suddenly, he froze. General. Hong Tianlei and the others. I looked at Chen Han, who was completely unharmed, and then at the corpses scattered all over the ground, especially 4 of them. Du Ming's face was full of shock, his mind was blank, and after thinking for a while, he didn't know what to say. It's Du Ming. Recalling his original memories, Chen Han instantly knew the identity of this person and immediately shouted. Then he pointed to the ground and said lightly, "Ask someone to clean it up. Then come to the tent to see me." Yes, General. Although I don't understand what happened after I was knocked unconscious. Why did Hong Tianlei and others all die while Chen Han was fine? You know. Guanhong Tianlei, consisting of 4 people, were all born strong. Before they could withstand a few moves, they were severely injured. Plus the father.in.law from the court. 9 people, surprisingly, they're all dead. After swallowing saliva, Ming exclaimed in shock. General's camp. Chen Han sat high and opened the attribute panel. Qi Yun. 13,829 points, snake-shaped, not bad, it's over 10,000. It can be improved by 1 wave. Previously, improving one's realm and sword intent consumed too much energy. So much so that other small techniques have not reached their full level. This will bring about Qi luck, and Chen Han decided to fill it all up. There is also a newly acquired swift wind body method. Let's get started. Improve archery skills. Ding. Does it consume 50 points of Qi to improve ordinary archery to perfection? Yes. Ding. Successfully improved. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 5 points of Qi and increasing Iron Cavalry Spear to a small percentage. Ding. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 20 points of Qi and improving Iron Cavalry Spear to perfection. Ding. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 20 points of Qi and improving the Chaos Splitting Palm technique to perfection. Ding. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1500 points of Qi and improving the Fast Wind Body method to perfection. It's not over yet. When Chen Han raised all his martial arts to the full level, the system has provided a prompt again. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 8. Inference Techniques and 2 Choices, New Book. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8 Inference Techniques and 2 Choices, New Book Seeks Flowers. Ding. The ordinary archery technique has been completed. Does it consume 1,000 points of energy and can we deduce it? Inference. Yes. Chen Han's eyes lit up slightly, and he immediately chose to deduce. Ding. In the process of deduction. Estimated to take 1 second, ding. The deduction is successful and you have obtained the 7-star ball archery. The cultivation method automatically starts, and relevant information also appears in Chen Han's mind. Even the process of deduction appears sporadically. That is a new archery technique developed by Chen Han after practicing ordinary archery countless times, which can erupt 7 times in a row and has terrifying power. Amazing. The most common archery technique after systematic deduction has turned into a rare and unparalleled skill, with its killing power multiplied by hundreds of times. If that's the case, then as long as there is enough energy value, can't I deduce it into a divine power? Immortal magic. Hush. Chen Han took a deep breath of cold air and was greatly shocked. Upgrade to full level first. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 3,000 points of Qi and improving the 7-star ball to perfection. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1,000 points of Qi to deduce the Iron Cavalry Spear technique and obtain Spear Out Like a Dragon, Spear technique. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 1,000 points of Qi and deducing the Chaos Splitting Palm technique to obtain the Diamond Power Palm technique. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 3,000 points of Qi and increasing your dragon-like spear to perfection. Ding. Congratulations on consuming 3,000 points of Qi and elevating Diamond Power Palm to perfection. Name. Chen Han, age. 48 out of 105, realm. Grand Master, perfection, Qi Yun. 2088 points, snake-shaped, artistic conception. Slaughter artistic conception, beginner, Blade artistic conception, perfect, practice. Emperor immortal technique, 7th level, martial arts. Shura 3 blades, perfect, 7-star ball, perfect, spear out like a dragon, perfect, diamond power palm, perfect, fast wind body method, perfect, except for the killing atmosphere, all the techniques have been completed. Including knife technique, archery, marksmanship, palm technique, and body technique. It can be considered as having means of attack. And the Emperor Immortal Judgment, who majored in it. If we want to further improve, it will be the realm of heaven and humanity. Just now Chen Han gave it a try and asked for 50,000 chi luck points. Seeing the moment, Chen Han expressed that he couldn't improve. Hey! I haven't been wealthy for half an hour before I'm poor again. Chen Han let out a sigh and said helplessly. General. At this point. The sound of Du Ming echoed outside. Come in. Da. See General. After Du Ming entered, he knelt down on one knee and respectfully shouted. Just looking at his expression, with a hesitant and indecisive expression. If you want to know anything, just ask. Chen Han smiled lightly and said. General, is it true that Hong Tianlei accused you of treason? Seeing Chen Han asking, Du Ming finally couldn't help but ask the most concerning question. It's true. As soon as this sentence is spoken. Du Ming was slightly stunned, with a complex expression on his face. Originally, when Hong Tianlei informed him, he believed half of it. Later, he saw the eunuch's body and the edict he picked up during cleaning. It can be basically confirmed that the news of Chen Han's treason and being implicated by the Empress in the 9 clans is true. But when he admitted it himself, Du Ming was still somewhat surprised, feeling like he was dreaming. General. I don't quite understand. You are loyal and have been guarding the border for over 20 years for Beiliang. Why? Why did you suddenly betray your country? Du Ming finds it difficult to set up a channel. Is it really treason? Is it important? It's just a sentence from the Empress. She said I'm treason, that's treason. Chen Han doesn't care about the Tao. Immediately, he glanced at Du Ming. In such a situation, the other party remained loyal to themselves, did not collude with Hong Tianlei and others, nor did they stand idly by. Even if he was seriously injured, he should be reminded to run quickly. Chen Han is very satisfied with being so loyal and kind. So he spoke again, my charges of treason have been confirmed, and I have killed 4 people, Hong Tianlei, and the eunuch sent by the court to convey the imperial decree. It can be said. I can no longer reconcile with the court, and one side will surely fall. Next, will you continue to stay in the military or leave? Chen Han gave him 2 choices. Stay. Or leave. Stay, after the court reacts, they will definitely send a large number of experts to come and kill Chen Han, and even the army. So the future is uncertain, life and death are unpredictable. And leave. That's quite simple. He can definitely survive, and even return to the court and continue to serve in the army. Faced with these 2 choices, Du Ming remained silent for a moment and firmly said, I have said so. My life was given by the general. I'll do whatever the general asks me to do. Even if it's going up the knife mountain and down the oil pot, I'm not hesitant. Hear this. Chen Han looked at him in surprise and then nodded. After daybreak, I will inform you that Hong Tianlei, consisting of 4 or fewer people, committed a crime and was executed on the spot by me. You are temporarily responsible for the soldiers they lead. If someone causes trouble, they will be killed directly. Chen Han said coldly. Yes, General. I am under your command. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 9. Newly appointed Garrison General and Ming Dynasty Zhou Zhiruo. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Newly appointed Garrison General and Ming Dynasty Zhou. New book Seeking Flowers. The sun is shining brightly, and the spring breeze is 10 miles away. The fragrance of grass and flowers, the vast sky and vast land. Standing on the grasslands of the northern wilderness, one's heart is shaken and one cannot help but marvel at their own insignificance. This has also attracted many people from all over the world to come and play, or to appreciate the artistic conception. I won't say anything else. 15 years ago, there was a great Ming warrior who, at the Orange Island in the North Mang, comprehended the concept of light wind and broke through the heavens and humans in one fell swoop, becoming famous throughout the world. On the road. A man and a woman, riding a BMW, carrying 100 iron riders, slowly moving forward. At this moment, it is the man speaking. He is wearing armor, holding a silver gun, with a resolute face and a burly physique, which perfectly matches the image of a grassland barbarian. Speaking of language, with the pride of the host, he introduced it. He is none other than someone else. He was appointed by the court to go to Longyao Prefecture to deal with the traitor and rebel Chen Han, and to replace him as the governor of the border, Tuoba Chen Falcon. However, on the way there, I happened to meet a friend. That's why it was delayed for half a day. I have heard of it. It seems to be the head of Daming Wanmei Mountain Villa, Shimanchueshua. After comprehending the concept of light wind and combining it with the sword spirit, he created the one sword from the west sword technique, which is known as invincible in the realm of heaven and humanity. And consistently ranking in the top 10 of the 9 continents' heavenly rankings, he is undoubtedly a peerless powerhouse. Recently, there have been reports that he has broken through the realm and made it to the list of gods. The woman is very young, around 18 years old. Wearing a light purple robe, with green hair tied at the back, fixed by 3 jade pieces. She has an extremely beautiful face, picturesque features, rosy lips, and fair and tender skin. And a little red mole at the center of her eyebrows made her look like a fairy descending to earth, cold and noble, like a peerless beauty on earth. Oh! Is there such a big deal? Tuoba Chen Falcon was shocked and said. Then he looked at the woman with a look of admiration and self-deprecatingly said, "Ah. Ultimately, it's because I'm too young in Beiliang. Communication between countries takes several months. If it weren't for encountering Miss Zhiruo by chance, I'm afraid I wouldn't know anything." General Tuoba is joking. Beiliang is not small. Just by area, there are 8 continents of land. And there are countless martial arts masters. The woman chuckled lightly and said. Her every frown and smile was as beautiful as a blooming flower. The Tuoba Spring Falcon's mind was rippling as he watched. I marvel that there is such a beautiful woman in this world. If I could marry her, then this life is also worth it. Think of it here. Tuoba Chen Falcon spoke up and said, Miss Zhiruo. The beauty of Longyao State is no less than that of other states. And I will soon serve as the general guarding the border of this state. Why don't you come with me? By the way, you can also meet the soldiers of Beiliang and the strong in the army. Perhaps it will be helpful for you to understand your artistic conception. Zhou. This is the other party's name. Coming from a certain sect of the Ming Dynasty, possessing innate perfect strength. For the first time going down the mountain for training, in order to break through the master's journey around the world and seek artistic insights. 2 months ago, after accidentally meeting each other, Tuoba Chen Falcon fell in love at first sight and couldn't help but love her. Subsequently, he took the initiative to befriend her and occasionally gave her gifts. But unfortunately, the other party has always been neither cold nor warm, and has no interest in him. Later on, he received an appointment from the court to become a garrison general in Longyao Prefecture. At that time, Tuoba Chen Falcon thought he would never see each other again, to the point where he felt unwilling and even had an argument with his father, Tuoba Bodhisattva. But who knows? On his way to office, Tuoba Chunfalcon once again met Zhiruo. That's why Feng Yu led the people first, and he slowly accompanied Zhiruo to play. Longyao Prefecture. Military Generals. Upon hearing Tuoba Chunfalcon's words, Zhiruo instinctively wanted to refuse. But the thought of being able to see the strong ones in the Northern Mang army may really be useful for me to understand the meaning of the sword. At the same time, Longyao Prefecture is not far from Beiliang. If there is no harvest, you can take the opportunity to go to Beiliang and see other strong people. Thinking about it, Zhiruo nodded slightly and said, "Then please trouble General Tuoba." Hahaha. No trouble, see if Zhiruo agrees. Tuoba Chunfalcon was extremely excited and quickly smiled. Border, Garrison Camp. As soon as dawn broke, a lot of commotion occurred. But soon, it disappeared again. Only hundreds of corpses were quietly buried. General. The military is temporarily stable. Ultimately, it's not a long-term solution. A day or two is enough. Over time, news of treason will inevitably spread, and by then. Ming hesitated and said. What do you have in mind? Chen Han asked in a deep voice. Report to General, although there are ideas, they are basically difficult to implement. Firstly, once the news of Duke Feng's death is brought back to the court, it will definitely lead to an attack. With our current military strength, we will undoubtedly be defeated. Secondly, the newly appointed Garrison General Tuoba Chunfalcon is expected to arrive soon. He is the youngest son of the Northern Mang Army's god Tuoba Bodhisattva, with exceptional talent and exceptional qualifications, possessing the power of a great master. Thirdly, without the support of the court, we will find it difficult to move forward, and we will encounter obstacles wherever we go. The weapons, food, and money needed by the army will not be replenished at all. Fourthly, our current location is close to Yuzhou in Beiliang, so no one knows when the Beiliang army will invade. After all, the last time was a silent attack. Fifthly, and most importantly, considering the above 4 points, it is probably less than 20% of those who are willing to stay in the military. After all, from a clear perspective, we have no way to compete with the court, even without qualifications. Daily 10,000-word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores. Chapter 10. Self-proclaimed king, special artistic conception, and Tuoba. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Self-proclaimed king, special artistic conception, Tuoba Spring Falcon arrives, new book Seeking Flowers, Ming summarized 5 points. These are also the 5 challenges that Chen Han will face. If it is the original, there is definitely no chance of a comeback. But Chen Han has a solution. When will the court know about Duke Feng's death? After knowing, how long will it take to send troops? Suddenly. Chen Han asked. Report to General, if we don't block the news, it will take about 3 days. If an army is sent to suppress us, it should not be the army of the Imperial city, but rather the messenger of the Dragon Waste State holding the martial law, asking him to bring people to suppress us. It's estimated to take 6 days as soon as we go. Then the army will be deployed and the journey will take about 15 days to reach us. Ming said truthfully. Half a month. Enough. As for the issue of soldiers' retention, it's actually quite simple. They left because they thought we couldn't defeat the court, so they didn't want to die for nothing. But what if we can get through it? Chen Han said slowly. Upon hearing these words, Ming shook his head to himself with a complex expression. Can you fight? How could you possibly fight? Ming sighed inwardly, thinking that Chen Han was comforting him. Mingxin doesn't believe it, Chen Han doesn't care. The key is that he believes he can do it as long as his chi value is sufficient. How long can military resources last? Chen Han asked. Within a month, there should be no problem. How many city guards are there in Roman city? How powerful are they? The two questions were completely unrelated, leaving Du Ming slightly stunned. But he still said, Roman city is just a small border town, with only 1,000 city guards. Not to mention its combat power, it's not worth mentioning. Okay, I'll give you half a day to capture Roman city. Chen Han's astonishing words frightened Du Ming quite a bit. Take Roman city. What does general mean? Du Ming was shocked and said. If you are a traitor, you should have the appearance of a traitor. What can we do without a fixed residence here? Do you still have to stay here and wait to die? It's better to establish oneself as a king, quickly capture several cities, supplement military resources, and recruit troops and horses. If you want to do it, you need to do it bigger. Chen Han said calmly. But the content of the words shocked Du Ming. Just a moment of silence, but feeling that Chen Han's approach is currently the most appropriate. What is our title then? Call it the Great Xia Dynasty. Yes, I'll go handle it now. Although I don't know if this newly established Xia Dynasty, with only 20,000 soldiers and numerous challenges to face, can persist for half a month. But Du Ming still followed suit. Because from the moment he stayed, he had already underestimated life and death. By the way, send another team to Liangyuan County to pick up my Qin family. Liangyuan County is not located in Longyao Prefecture. And in Orange Island. It's also my original hometown. Most of the Chen family, including their original relatives, are located in this county town. So even though he knew it was unlikely, Chen Han still wanted to send someone to see if they could pick him up. If it can be picked up, it would naturally be a good thing. If not, then have the right to have a clear conscience. Yes, General. After Du Ming leaves. Chen Han didn't go anywhere, he still stayed in the camp to practice. Even if there is no luck value. He also refused to miss the opportunity and seized the opportunity to become stronger. Heaven and Earth. The second staircase of the entire world of martial arts. A truly unparalleled powerhouse. Even the Northern Mang Dynasty only had about 10. If I can break through earlier, I should be more confident in dealing with the upcoming crisis. Chen Han murmured to himself. However, breaking through the realm of heaven and humanity is not so easy. In addition to filling the entire body with true qi, there is also a qualitative change in artistic conception. Simply put, it means adding special artistic conception to the basic artistic conception of knife, sword, fist, and so on. It's like Chen Han's killing mood, if he can understand the beginner's level. Then, by integrating it with the sword intent, it forms the killing sword intent. With this artistic conception, one can step into the realm of heaven and humanity. Understand now. See if you can get started. After speaking, he crossed his knees and closed his eyes, beginning to comprehend the artistic conception of slaughter. The idea is good, but the reality is cruel. Chen Han understood for a while but made no progress. That's right. If the special artistic conception is so easy to comprehend, there will not be so few strong beings in heaven and humanity. After thinking about this, Chen Han no longer insisted on it. He waited for Du Ming to take several cities, gain chi points, and then directly increase the level. General. A team of iron cavalry arrived outside the camp, claiming to be the newly appointed garrison general. At this moment, a colonel has come to report. Oh. Tuoba Chun Falcon has arrived. Chen Han waited for a long time before the other party finally arrived. Get up and take the knife. Chen Han quickly walked out of the camp and went with a few confidants to welcome the newly appointed garrison general. Outside the military camp. Looking at the soldiers blocking him, Tuoba Chun Falcon's face was extremely ugly. Turning his head slightly, he glanced at Zhiruo. She had no expression on her face and couldn't tell her emotions. But even so, Tuoba Chun Falcon still felt very embarrassed. You should know. Along the way, he boasted and boasted that his father was a land god, a god of the North Mang army, and an invincible powerhouse. And how strong and effective the upcoming town garrison will be. But when they arrived, they couldn't even enter the campsite and were stopped outside helplessly. At this moment, he was furious. If it weren't for his image in the eyes of a beautiful woman, he would have killed all the soldiers who dared to stop him in front of him. I am Tuoba Chunfalcon, the newly appointed garrison general. Feng Gonggong should have conveyed the Imperial Edict long ago. Why do you dare to stop me? Tuoba Chunfalcon suppressed his anger and shouted loudly. However, these low-level soldiers know this. Just following orders, that's all. Wait a moment. Someone has already gone to report, the general will come later. A soldier replied. Daily 10,000 word update, seeking fresh flowers and evaluation scores.